Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
We're dealing with some pretty serious trouble on opposite ends of the country this afternoon. Wildfires on the West Coast have claimed more than 30 lives. And then in the south, Tropical Storm Sally is strengthening, and the Gulf Coast is bracing for impact. Meteorologist Brandon Rue is tracking it all for you. But first, we continue to follow breaking news from northwest Detroit, where a gunman is holding people up inside of a home, and police are treating them as hostages. This story tops our news here at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Evrod Cassimy. Let's get right out to the scene there for you. The home is on the 15,000 block of Iliad Street, right near Fenkell and Telegraph. And police say that they initially tried to pull the man over around 2:30 in the morning, but he took off. Let's get live out to our Victor Williams. He's been tracking this story since it broke. And Victor, I'm hearing that the man shot at police and then went inside of this home that we're told that he owns.
Yeah, Evrod, that's what they're saying, and it really sounds like something out of an action movie. But they're saying that also on top of all of this, this man has mental issues, and he told them that he had not been taking his medicine and that he was going to kill himself, as well as the two hostages inside also. But now, some of the family members of some of those hostages, they're making it to the scene as well. The hostage situation has been ongoing since 2:30 in the morning when a 38-year-old suspect was pulled over by police in Redford. He then took off, making his way towards his home on Iliad. Police are saying he has multiple weapons inside, including a shotgun and a pistol, where he's holding two people hostage. It's believed the man is under the influence of meth and alcohol. In fact, we're told he's inside drinking whiskey as we speak. Police say, however, he admitted to them through negotiators that he was a suspect in a triple homicide back in June where 3 people were shot and killed, then their home set on fire, made to look like an accident.
He allegedly took the life of either a former or current member, but he acknowledged that he knows he's a suspect.
And while we were here, the father of one of the hostages frantically pulled up, hoping to come to the aid of his son inside with the gunman.
He's being held hostage, and I just got a call. The guy said he's not coming out alive, so I don't know. Let's hope it works out for the best, at least for my son and the hostage, the other hostage.
Just a horrible situation to be in all around for everyone. We've been told that the gunman inside tried to get negotiators to get in contact with an ex-girlfriend, one that he had some type of domestic issue with, where he actually put his hands on her just a few days ago, and we're told that she has nothing to do with this. She doesn't even want to be here at all. So we're just going to have to wait to see what happens. Victor Williams, Local 4, back to you, Evrod.
All right, Victor, thank you for the update there. We certainly hope this comes to a peaceful ending. We want to get to more breaking news now. This time out of Franklin, where Franklin Road between 13 and 14 Mile is back open after a gas leak. These are live pictures from the scene there. Businesses and homes in the area, in the immediate area, had to be evacuated while crews worked to fix that leak and get it all under control. But we're again told that businesses and back open and people are allowed back in their homes. We're also following breaking news in the case of Breonna Taylor. The city of Louisville has reached a settlement in a civil lawsuit 6 months after Taylor was killed during a police raid. NBC News has confirmed the agreement is in the millions of dollars, and it will include reforms on how warrants are handled by police. The lawsuit also alleges that police used flawed information to obtain a no-knock warrant to enter Taylor's apartment back in March. Lawyers for Taylor's family will be discussing the settlement at a news briefing that's scheduled for this afternoon at 2 o'clock. None of the officers involved in this case have yet been charged. Also breaking at this hour, the World Trade Organization just ruled that the Trump administration tariffs on Chinese goods worth more than $200 billion are illegal under the rules of the global trade body. Now, this is the first time that the trade body has ruled against a series of tariffs that the president's administration has imposed on a number of countries. And turning to Decision 2020 now, the battle for Michigan is also bringing the Biden campaign back to Michigan. Today, Joe Biden's wife, Dr. Jill Biden, is in Grand Rapids for a visit at a food bank. And then later this afternoon, she'll be joining Governor Gretchen Whitmer in Battle Creek for a talk with military families there. In the meantime, Donald Trump Jr. was in Harrison Township last night, hosting a rally in support of his father. And he was joined by rock star Kid Rock. This was at Bumpers Landing Boat Club. Several thousand people attended the outdoor event. Masks were not required, and very few people had them on. And the concern was that there was very little social distancing being practiced. Here's a look now at your coronavirus headlines on your Tuesday afternoon. Starting today, outdoor visits will be allowed at residential facilities like nursing homes. In the meantime, the state is reporting 1,088 new cases. This is a combination of Sunday and Monday's numbers. We should point that out. We also lost 10 people to the virus. And there are now 14 outbreaks connected to schools, outbreak being defined as 2 or more cases. 9 of those outbreaks are at colleges and 5 are from K through 12 schools. On the national front now, the United States has surpassed 6,557,000 confirmed COVID-19 cases. More than 194,000 people have died from the virus. These are numbers from the Johns Hopkins University database. Turning our attention now to the dual disasters that are impacting or set to impact our nation. Wildfires up and down the West Coast have claimed more than 30 lives, with many more reported missing. Meanwhile, in the south, Tropical Storm Sally is slowly approaching the Gulf course. You're looking live there at radar on the right side of your screen, and as you can see, it is creeping closer and closer to the coast, but it's taking its time getting there. Of course, these are live pictures from the Gulf Shores, Alabama. You can see people are out on the roads. Water, it is raining. Looks like the water is on the roads there. You can see what looks like some weather that is from that storm. Let's get out to Jay Gray. He has this report from the western part of the state.
Hey there, a spitting rain right now. We have seen some wind gusts, nothing significant, and no real chop on the bay at this point, but that's all going to change dramatically as we continue to move through the day into the evening and really through the overnight hours here. It is going to continue to rain for the better part of 2 days in this area. You combine that rain, which could be as much as 2 feet of rain in some areas, with a storm surge expected to reach a peak of 11 feet in some areas, and that's just too much water too fast. Early bands of the storm bringing some of that rain, but again, it's going to intensify as we move forward. The time for getting ready just about over at this point, even though the storm is creeping slowly toward the coastline. The problem is going to be that it's going to linger. It's going to cause what the National Hurricane Center warns could be historic flooding across the region. That's the latest right now here in Mobile, Alabama. I'm Jay Gray. Back to you.
All righty, Jay, thank you. Of course, we do want to keep you updated with Sally's trajectory. Meteorologist Brandon Rue standing by for us now with a look at our forecast.
Well, the key to what Jay said is the stalled out nature of this storm. It just means another 24 to 36 hours of pounding rain bands and deadly storm surge. We'll show you the radar. We have it locked in Mobile, Alabama, and that is where we see right on the coastline, the panhandle of Florida, a severe thunderstorm watch there. The friction when this storm hits land starts to create tornadic activity, but the eye of this storm still south of Mobile, Alabama. So it is a Category 1 with 85 to 90 mile an hour winds, and sometime through the overnight it will likely hit that Mobile Bay as a Category 1 storm, but it's pounding rain for at least the next 24 to 36 hours. And we have an example of that here from one computer model at noon today. And then we're going to stop it right as that eye probably hits land there about 8 a.m. Wednesday, but still tons of rain still coming down. 24 hours from now, some of the heaviest bands still across southern Alabama and Mississippi into the panhandle of Florida. Again, deadly storm surge and what could be 2 feet of rain. We've got middle 60s here right now and a little bit of smoke from the western wildfires in the way of some harmless high clouds. We look at lower 70s today, and Evrod coming up tracking 80 degrees before another cool down coming up.
All right, Brandon, thank you. We'll see you in just a little bit. Still to come, wildfires continue to ravage the West, wiping out entire neighborhoods.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Will there be any relief for firefighters on the front lines?